Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Let's talk about how to use the life framework areas, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, communication, and confidence to supersize your business finances. Today, we're going to look at the interaction and the interconnectivity between finances and the other areas and aspects of our life. For example, confidence. The more confident we are, the more likely we are to take actions that benefit our business financially. I want to share this little quick graphic. It's one of my favorite. I use it to explain to one of my coaching clients, a corporate coaching client, as a matter of fact. And I know it's so fancy that I keep it and I use it still to this day. The interrelationship between each of the different life framework areas. And they were primarily concerned with finances, which is why I like to pull it out for this one. Because, and I used this in 2021, that's how long I've been using this awesome graphic, because it shows that everything is connected to everything else. And it truly is. That's why we talk about it every single month. And that's why we break it out in our handy dandy journal, or we find a piece of paper and we write it down, or we do it on our computer, whatever works for you. But we write down each area, finances at the top, and we think about ways we can impact. At least I think about it now. I used to look for the interconnections. Now I just think about, okay, how can I positively impact my finances by changing my communication, changing physical location? Maybe we go into a new market. How can I increase our connection to the rest of the universe, spirituality, with respect to our business to increase our finances? How can we emotionally tap into what the people we're here to serve and add value to are thinking, so that we can help them to get this relief that they need or want, so that they will exchange value with us in terms of money and positively impact us financially. Relationships, business is all about relationships. We talked about this last month. And again, the interconnectivity of all the different life areas and the impact it has on relationships, same is true of our finances, right? Almost everything. The more skills and abilities and training and things we spend money on or invest in ourselves, the bigger the return we get and the more financial benefits we get in our life as well as in our businesses. I very seldom shy away from skills building or leadership training or team building or teamwork training for my businesses, because I've seen firsthand the incredible power of a cohesive team that can communicate, work together, solve their own problems, be creative about problem solving, and create money and finances and value for our customers, which in turn creates incredible value for our business. Or they can solve problems in ways that other people have never thought of within our business that can be applied to other businesses as well. So there's so much play between the different areas. I like to share some of my stories about that, because I think that's powerful. I share some of my clients' stories too, but I like to share my own because I don't necessarily have permission to share other people's stories. So when it comes to physical health and well-being, that has a huge impact from both a individual and a enterprise-wide perspective, right? If we have any parts of our organization that aren't healthy, if any one division or department isn't functioning well, that has a negative impact on the rest of the business, and that drops efficiency and effectiveness and problem solving, decision making, and it negatively impacts the rest of the organization. Well, the same is true of all the different areas of our life. And the life framework, it could be called a business framework, because we have the same functions within our business, although maybe we call them electrical and maintenance and sanitation, depending on the type of business that you're in, or regulations, right? But they all interconnect with everything else. We want to make sure that we're consciously paying attention to those connections in order to strengthen and build, grow, and supersize our business, especially our business finances. Because let's be honest, we're in business to make money, to bring in resources, right? Because that's our way of making the world a better place. All right, if I can help you in any way, if you got any questions about this particular technique or strategy or tool, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.